Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is Divine Truth Tarot. Today's reading is sponsored by one of my favorite CBD companies, Premium Jane. Premium Jane is a company that I worked with on my previous channel, and I wanted to reintroduce them and introduce them to you guys on this channel. So I'm a big proponent of CBD oil. I use it for my cats, my pets, and also, of course, for the humans in my life and for myself. There are so many benefits to CBD oil that I don't even know where to begin. For me, one of the biggest benefits as a woman is in healing menstrual cramp pain. So for all my ladies out there, and I know I have a majority of women following the channel, so for the men out there, don't worry, I'm going to get to you as well, because there's a lot of benefits just for pain relief overall, for anxiety, for insomnia, sleeplessness, etc. But for the women out there, this is such a highly effective product. It's such a pure product, and we're going to talk about the purity here in a minute. So Premium Jane uses CBD that is domestically grown. So it's grown right here in the USA. It's an organic hemp supply. And the way that they process the CBD is a solventless CO2 technique, which is one of the cleanest, purest techniques that is available out there in the CBD industry. They have lots of different products. They have tinctures, okay, they have the oils in a variety of potencies. And today I'm actually reviewing the 600 milligram citrus flavor oil. So I was excited because in the past I've only tried their 300 milligram. So I was really excited to try a stronger milligram because I suffer from insomnia in the evening. They also offer gummies, and that's also what I'm reviewing here. So I'm trying their organic CBD gummies. They are vegan, it says right here, vegan gummies, and they are lime. 25 milligrams here and 1500 milligrams for the entire bottle here, which of course you wouldn't consume in one sitting. I typically consume one or two of these because these seem a little less strong or effective than the oil. So I'm definitely more of a fan of the oil. But what I love about the gummies is A, they have a strong flavor. They've got this really strong lime flavor. And B, they're very portable. So you can take them on the go or take them with you when you travel, okay? The CBD oil, if you're experiencing any sort of physical pain, I'm going to make sure that you guys can see. Just wanted you guys to be able to see the product here. So 600 milligrams. They have different flavors for this. So let's take a look at that. Okay, so just wanted to be sure. I wanted to check my notes here. So for the oils, we have citrus, mint, natural, which would be no flavor, just a natural CBD flavor, chocolate, lemon, lime, and peach nectar. For the gummies, you have the option of just the original flavor, which is going to be sort of more potent in terms of that sort of CBD grassy, earthy flavor, lime or strawberry. They also offer capsules. They offer topicals, which I have tried. They have cocoa butter topical, eucalyptus, rejuvenation cream, day and night cream, and a facial scrub. And they offer bath bombs in different flavors, if you will. So lavender, eucalyptus, almond, coconut, jasmine, and raspberry. And then they do offer CBD for pets. So they have a variety of offerings here. Are you using CBD for sleep? Are you using it for stress, for immunity, for pain relief? So you get to really pick and choose. I suggest trying out an oil, and then I would also try out maybe a bath bomb. Okay, especially if you find that you're really prone to anxiety at night, have a bath, choose one of the bath bombs, try those out. And maybe take the gummies with you during the day to work, or if you're traveling, take them with you, because it's a lot easier than trying to take an oil with you, which might spill while you're traveling, especially if you're flying. The capsules are great because you can just pop them and go. So there's a lot of, possibilities here. And either way, you can't go wrong. This is just like I said, it's such a clean company. And this company, of course, like I said, is made in the USA. And because they're made in the USA, they are lab verified. So you can ask to see what is your purity? What are your levels? And there are third-party lab reports, and you can find them actually directly on their website, okay? what I really love about Premium Jane is I love that they are so passionate about helping people. They're so passionate about the way in which they make their CBD oil. And they want to make sure that it's an effective oil, that's a strong oil. Just so you guys know, this is legal in all 50 states in the US. If you're out of the country, I'm not sure what the legalities are. You'll have to look into that. But know that you're safe taking this product, and understand that all of these products are sourced from a controlled, regulated industrial hemp supply, and it's constantly and consistently tested for pesticides, solvents, heavy metals, chemical fertilizers. So you don't have to worry about any of those things being in your CBD oil. And I know a lot of you are very, very health conscious like I am. So I want you guys to feel really good about sampling these products, and I'm offering you a 20% off coupon with the code Sarah, S-A-R-A-H. I'm going to have the link to the website for Premium Jane below, and I'm also going to include that coupon code. So go ahead and check them out, and I thank you so much, Premium Jane, for being my sponsor for today. So we're going to set those aside, and we are going to have a look at these incredible cards as a gift from one of our beloved Divine Feminines, Maria. So Maria's been a client of mine now for about 6 months, maybe longer. Maybe it's been the better part of 8 or 9 months. And she gifted us with these beautiful cards. I've actually been really wanting the Syrian Starseed deck for a while, but just refused to buy it for myself. So she's gifted the channel with a Syrian Starseed tarot deck. It's a beautiful tarot deck, and the Magic of You Oracle. So we're going to be looking at these as we tap into the energies of the counterparts today. So I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you're enjoying the new style, the new format of videos that I'm premiering on the channel, the written letters. I've received a few emails from some of you telling me how much you're enjoying them, and some of you are even enjoying them more than you're enjoying the card readings. So different things will appeal to different people. That's why I have my Patreon, you know, if you want to support the channel in that way. And you can support the channel by, you know, being here and watching the video and watching these card readings. You can support the channel by liking, subscribing. You can support the channel by going over onto the Amazon Prime like Maria did if you choose. There's so many different ways. And frankly, just by being yourself and just by being on the channel and supporting other Divine Feminines or Divine Masculines. So there's lots of different ways, guys. You're supporting me just by watching my videos. I thank you so very, very much. And I just want to give these a nice shuffle here. Let's go ahead. I've actually blessed the Magic of You. So let's go ahead and just bless the Syrian Starseed deck here. So give me just a minute. Okay. So I'm going to continue shuffling. What I'm finding is that, as you can see, they're really large, and so I'm having trouble shuffling them as I normally would, but I'm going to do my best here. I did my best. So how are you guys feeling? Let me know here. If you're in the live chat, how are you guys feeling? How's your journey going? How are you feeling about this role reversal that is going on in the Twin Flame Collective? I mean, how does that make you feel? Is it challenging? Are you feeling like, as a Divine Feminine, this runner stage, how is that making you feel? The runner stage for the Divine Feminine isn't the same as the runner stage for the Divine Masculine. So understand that. It's going to be different. It's for the Divine Feminine. She's conquering a lot of body issues at this time. That's part of the runner stage for the Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine is also really sort of just in this phase of self-mastery, okay? Self-mastery is where it's at. And so shadows can come up. Okay, things that you thought you had buried might be coming back to the surface. So there is anger that's being purged. There is sort of confusion that's being purged, fear that's being purged. And as you feel the anger, your divine masculine actually tunes into the magnetism of the connection and is remagnetized back to you. So it's kind of ironic that when you feel angry and pissed off, the masculine's feeling very drawn to you. So that's sort of what's going on in a lot of these connections. And for those of you in communication, you might even be able to communicate this to one another. Some people are doing the work together right now, and then others are choosing to do the work separate. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's pull some cards for the divine masculine. So can we have a card for the divine masculine in their headspace? 5 of Pentacles. They're feeling a little bit left out in the cold. They're feeling iced out, if you will. Interesting. Okay, so indigo here, this deck is a unique deck. So the divine masculine's feeling left out, and that's exactly what I've been picking up on. If you guys have been watching my channeled letters that I've been doing the past several days, you'll know that that's exactly what I've been saying. The masculine feels left out of the feminine's life. Excuse me. Whereas the feminine is over here just being an indigo child, being a rebel. Okay, this is the wild warrior woman. The feminine is like, okay, I'm embracing the rainbow aspect of me. I'm embracing my soul. I'm embracing my freedom. I'm embracing my independence. And that's where the feminine is at right now. Feminines, you may even be surprising yourself where in the past you might have felt, I want to say nervous. You might have felt nervous about, or just very excited about when the masculine comes back in. This is what union's going to feel like. This is what it's going to look like. And now the feminine's just like, oh, okay, it's happening. That's cool. And so the feminine is really, really become in touch with who she truly is. And she knows that there is no need to beg. There's no need to grovel. There's no need to pine or long after anyone or anything because she is complete within herself. And I think that's really important for the feminine to understand, that I am complete and whole within myself. I don't need anyone or anything outside of myself to prove anything to me. I don't need them to fill me up, to fulfill me. I don't need them to be happy. So the masculine is absolutely feeling this, and they're feeling this and they don't know how to get back to the feminine. They're feeling like she is so far removed. She is so distant from me now. And if this is sounding familiar, it's because feminine, this is how you were feeling throughout 2019 and 2020. You were feeling laughed out in the cold of your masculine's life. The masculine wasn't able to let the feminine in. You know, they weren't able to really let you in wholeheartedly into their life. But the feminine is now just on this mission. You're on your soul mission. So if you guys identify as being an indigo like myself, you know that part of being an indigo is being a rebel. It's being a wild woman. It's being a warrior. And it's not caring about what other people think. It's not caring about what society expects of you or the world expects of you. But it's also about being in the front lines of this awakening, this ascension that's happening on earth, and really being right up there. And so there's no time for you to long or mourn or pine. You've got mission work to do, and you know this intuitively, feminine. You just know this, you feel this. There is no turning back for you. It's not like you can go back down, climb back down and help your masculine. If your masculine, if you are in communication and your masculine's asking for assistance, then that's beautiful. And you guys have agreed to do this together, this chapter or leg of the journey together, and you can assist them as long as you're not falling back into codependency or those, patterning of codependency, patterning of saving, you know, being the Florence Nightingale, you know, the wounded bird syndrome and saving them. Because be mindful, because a lot of the masculines are going to come back in right now and they're going to be sort of groveling or longing or pining or pulling at your energy. And feminine, you really need to stay, you're forced to be reckoned with, and you finally are aware of this full-heartedly. Your masculine is afraid that they're going to lose you. They're afraid they're going to lose you to the world, not to another person in particular, but just to the world. like the world is finally figuring out how incredible you are. And so the masculine may be coming in energetically or even in the physical or both as sort of clinging on to your energy. And you just need to make sure that if you're deciding to assist them in any way energetically or in the physical realm, again, that you're putting yourself first and that you're not falling back into those old patterns. You are not, it is not your role or job, feminine, to save the masculine from themselves. It's not your job to save anybody. It's your job to save yourself. So in the masculine's heart space, we have here the Six of Cups, okay? So the Six of Cups to me talks about remembrance of the past and also some of the sadness that might be coming in regards to the masculine feeling like I missed the boat. I missed the boat. Like I, you know, my feminine gave me months or years. Like they dedicated all this energy and time to me. And you know what? Sorry, this isn't the Six of Cups. I knew something was wrong. This is the Six of Swords. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, Six of Swords. Moving on from, bear with me guys, this is a brand new deck that I'm just learning. This is moving on from something that was volatile, something that was draining, okay? This is why you see sort of the volatility here and maybe even the fight. Like there may have been a fight at one point between the two of you. There may have been this energy where the masculine sort of stomped their feet or walked away, or the feminine did. But in some way, one or either of you weren't getting what you needed or wanted. So what I see coming from this is this brand new beginning. And the masculine's finally realizing, you know what? The masculine's like, wait a minute. I can change. It's like the masculine saying to themselves, this is a time of transition. Okay, for the masculine. So let's set this apart because this is the masculine's energy, both within and without. And then this is the feminine energy, both within and without. So masculine Six of Swords it's a period of transition. It's a rite of passage. This is what the masculine has to go through. The masculine has to go through this period of sadness, this period of mourning, just like the feminine experienced, so that they can understand the depths of the pain that the feminine had to travel to on this journey, so that they can be more empathetic and more compassionate, and they can come in as that partner who's able to fully give and who's able to fully commit to this connection, not on a superficial level, and definitely not in this in and out energy, but in the energy of I commit to you, I choose you. But first they have to go through this. It's like the universe is testing them. How much do you really want this masculine? How much do you really want this connection with your feminine? How much do you really want your happiness? How much do you really want this happily ever after? So in the feminine's heart space, we have the Adept of Chalices. Chalices represent the cups. So I'm just going to look. I think this is the Ace of Cups, but I want to just be 100% certain. This is going to probably be my favorite new deck. It's beautiful. Okay, Adept of... No, Adept. What is Adept of Challenge? Okay, wait a second. Oh. The People Keys. Oh, interesting. So they are divided into the 4 archetypes: the Seeker, the Adept, the Sage, and the Master. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so the Adept is well along the path of self-discovery, having learned much about her sphere of influence, but still lacking maturity. She can be mesmerized by her own wisdom, a sign of the unresolved ego, just as she can be reflective about the deeper meaning of this field of experience. Pure energy and the sweet, the Adept moves along the path of earthly experience, seeking mastery. Remember, I just said self-mastery. This is definitely the card of self-mastery. She is passionate, at times impulsive. Can any of you relate to impulsivity? Not me. Yeah, right. All of you. She is passionate, at times impulsive, filled with vitality and determination to advance in her sphere of influence. So this is just kind of calling out the ego and saying, if there is any ego, feminines, just be mindful of that, because I do see this as the feminine like rushing into this wave and not being afraid of the intensity of the wave, the intensity of how it's going to hit when it hits. But she's trusting that she's going to, I don't know, I'm not a surfer. I don't really know the terms here, but when you're in that space, like this in-between space, I hear that it's just like you're in heaven, like you're experiencing heaven on earth. You're in this place where the wave is high enough that it's over you, and you're like embodied in this little place, this little protective space here, this little air bubble. And that's where the feminine is. But the feminine is choosing to ride the wave. She's choosing to actually go under the wave. She's choosing the challenges here. And that could partly be the ego. So I'm just hearing feminine, check the ego, because there may be some of you who are rushing into something right now because you feel so, you're in this place of self-mastery, that there may be something you're missing or you're not seeing, because it's almost like he's blindly just diving deep. And when he could be in this protective little sphere of influence here, which is where we're supposed to be, and you're letting the wave cocoon you, if you will. You're letting life protect you and cocoon you. You're so protected right now. So feminine, just be mindful to not dive off the deep end. And then we have the Luna energy. So we have the moon. We have a major arcana stepping into this reading. Second major arcana. First one was the high priestess here. What do we have to say about the moon and the illusions? Well, the tides of the moon greatly affect the divine feminine essence and energy within us all. They affect our menstrual cycles if you're a feminine. They affect the ability of the feminine to connect to deeper levels of intuition, deeper levels of knowing. But as the tides rise, okay, the tides of the water connecting to the moon, I feel like a lot of feminines and a lot of masculines are connecting to Atlantis and Lemuria. And I mentioned that in my most recent reading that premiered this morning, actually. So go check that out on the channel if you haven't already, because I did make a small mention of that. And I think I'll be going into more detail in a future reading, a future, probably a channeled message for that, so that I can write it out. But yeah, the tides of the moon affect a woman's cycle. They affect your emotions. You know, there's a reason it's called lunacy. It's connected, the lunatic, it's connected to the moon. So feminines, in the feminine energy within the masculine, this is for both counterparts. Just be mindful of getting too attached to your emotions that they become you. So stay detached from your emotions. I'm hearing especially around the next full moon, which I'm going to actually look that up. When is the next full moon? So let's see, full moon, March, and it might be in April at this point. March 28th. Let's see what sign this full moon is in. It's a full moon in Libra. So it's all about balancing, yeah, perfect. Balancing your emotions with practicality, balancing your emotions with reality. Does that make sense? Just don't get too swept up in any illusions at this time. Don't get too swept up in what you're feeling. This is more about what you're seeing, what you're seeing with your own two eyes, because truth is being revealed on a grand scale right now across the globe, across the universe. Can we have a card here for the union energy, please? Union energy. Karma. Karma is being interesting. Wow. Wow. Karma is being balanced right now. Okay. I don't know if you guys can feel it or not, but this is a judgment card. As karma is being balanced on all scales and all levels, what I feel is happening is karmic debts are being cleared. Okay, karmic debts are being closed out. So you might be feeling this in different realms. You might be feeling this in the financial realm. You might be feeling this in the realm of love. You might be feeling this on all realms: finances, abundance, love, family, definition of how like your meaning, your role in this world. I think it's playing out in all different areas, but especially in relationships and finance right now. So let me know how that resonates. As the law of karma plays out on this planet, like I said, the truth is being revealed. Jupiter and Saturn are still sitting politely, maybe not for long, in the sign of Aquarius. And this mashup, this lineup of the planets, Jupiter and Saturn, okay, Jupiter, the planet of abundance, expansion, light, and luck, and worldly travel and higher knowledge, intelligence. And then you have Saturn, who is, it's like he's like the ultimate grandfather. He is a guiding force, but he is stern. He's father time. Okay, he's stern. Nothing. You can't get anything past Saturn. Saturn sees everything. Saturn knows everything, and there's just no shortcuts when it comes to Saturn. So sitting in the sign of Aquarius, everything is going to be brought to the surface. All of our ugly spots and points for all of us. This is why karmic debts are coming up to the surface, to be cleansed and cleared once and for all. And then we have the 10 of Wands, which indicates to me that this is the ending. 10s indicate endings. Aces indicate new beginnings. This is the ending of a very rough cycle for both counterparts. This is the ending of heartache. And I'm hearing love sickness as well. It's the ending of a struggle of some sort. 10 of Wands is like the card of carrying burdens on your back and feeling like you have to carry it all. Look, this man's carrying all these burdens and he has to light his own way and he's climbing the stairs. This is like the stairs of ascension, but you have to light your own path. And so this is a reminder for the masculine energy within and without, that you have to light your own path. Your feminine cannot do that for you. You have to choose yourself. And the masculines have closed out karmic cycles. A lot of them, guys. I've been talking about this. They've closed out jobs. They've closed out marriages, relationships. They've closed out toxic or karmic family entanglements. Okay, they've really untangled themselves from a lot of karma, which is freeing them. But they're going through the cycle of healing before they can come forward to the feminine. Because if they were to come forward right now, for a lot of the feminines, they would still be in very toxic energy. So for those of you whose masculines are choosing to come forward at this point, if they're pulling on your energy, or if you just feel like they're bringing down your energy, like after you have a conversation or an interaction with them, your energy feels like it's being tugged at, I really urge you to cleanse and clear and just protect your energy, protect your space, and understand that they're not doing it on purpose. They just don't know where else to turn or who to turn to at this time, because they don't understand these new feelings that they're feeling as the chaser. And many of them may think they're ready. I still feel like a lot of them won't be until later this year. Now, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If your masculine is appearing ready, if they're appearing healed, if they're appearing and they've really, really done their work and they've matured, then take that. That's your story. That's your truth. This is a general reading. Please remember that. So let's get the energies here for the masculine. Energies for the masculines that are struggling, not struggling, let's say energies, but it is a struggle. I mean, that's what I'm picking up on. Energies for the masculines who are struggling at this time, struggling to come forward, struggling after the closing out of these karmic cycles. Arenda, honor your mystical creative force. Yeah, they're being called into this place where they're honoring their creativity and they're asked to honor themselves and they're asked to truly honor their gifts and what they're bringing to the table. This is what I bring to the table. This is what I'm offering the world. This is who I am. And it's going to look very different from the work that they did in the past. They're probably not making as much money, but they're going to be so much happier and so much more fulfilled. Which the magic you seek is inside of you. Let it flow. Yeah, this is for the masculines. The masculines are learning that what they want matters, because in the past it was all about what everyone else wanted, what everyone else needed, and what they want, it matters, masculine. Feminines, what about for the feminines who have become the runners? Vertigo. Your running might be giving you dizziness, dizzy spells, and vertigo. Feminines, is your running making you crazy? Whatever you choose will be correct. Now that's helpful. There's a key here. You hold the key to your future. You hold the key to this connection. You hold the key to what happens next. Whatever you choose will be correct. There is no wrong choice here on this journey. That's important to understand. There's no wrong. There's just a choice to be made. Many of you might argue with me. That's cool. I'm not here to make everybody happy. I'm not here to be everybody's reader. I'm not even here to make friends. I am here to deliver the truth. I am here to assist you on your journey. I am here to assist you forward. And if it stings, if it triggers, that is actually me befriending you. That is me assisting you. And the people that have most triggered me on this journey, the people that maybe have suggested, oh, you know, they suggested something and then it's triggered me heavily, they're the people who've pushed me forward even more. So I thank them for that. So if I've triggered you, find a place where you can be grateful for that triggering moment. Protection, set personal boundaries. Okay. Feminines, this is about you protecting your energy, protecting your space from any energy vampires, including your masculine. The masculine energy is coming in a little bit as an energy vampire, not in a narcissistic way. We're not going there. Okay. Your divine masculine is not a narcissist. That is a karmic partner. I feel very strongly about this. Your divine masculine, though, who's coming in as sort of just trying to pull on your energy because they need you right now, it's really important that you have those personal boundaries. It's just super important. So advice for those twins who are not in communication, doable. The key is within your grasp. Yeah, so the key to opening up communication is right there, feminines. And I feel that, you know, it's really in the feminines' hands right now. So if you're one of those feminines who's been purging a lot of anger, raise your hand. Hi. Me, and you're directing it at your masculine, me, just know that what really needs to be processed and untangled is the way you feel about your own inner masculine, the way you feel about how you take action in this world, the way you feel about your own leadership skills, the way you feel about truly putting yourself out there and your work being meaningful. Okay, so look at your own inner masculine, not at your outer masculine, and understand that you hold the key to opening up this line of communication again, if you so choose. What about the counterparts that are in communication? Detox, cleanse and restore yourself. So I'm hearing that it might be time to take a step back from the connection. Doesn't mean you have to not be in contact with them or step out of communication. This simply just means it's time to focus on yourself. It's time to restore yourself. It's time to rest. It's time to hydrate. Definitely hydrate on this journey. And it's time for you, feminine, to just really and truly honor you. Okay. I'm in love with these cards, especially the Syrian Starseed. Thank you, Maria. Okay, so let's get a card here for advice for the feminine on advice for the feminine energy right now. We have the Four of Pentacles for the feminine. So this is interesting because there's a lot of introspection going on in this particular deck with the Four of Pentacles, which I don't always see with the Four of Pentacles. This is about like the harvest that you have created over the years, feminine, sitting in the dwelling in the cave of your own stability, of your own abundance, of your own generosity towards yourself. Feeling like you want to protect your earnings, feeling like you want to protect what you've created, then this is about your creative, it's like copyright to your creativity, copyright to your creative endeavors, copyright to your passion project. A lot of feminines are stepping into more of a creative field or creative mindset, and you're going to be creating something. So this is about you protecting what it is that you've earned, protecting your creations. Like, I can't stress that enough. So this might be legally for some of you also. Truly, truly protecting the abundance that has been created by the hard work that you've done. Oh no, the Virgo in me is gonna freak. What just happened? What? Have you guys haven't heard my Valley Girl voice, but that's, I do impersonations. I am an amateur comic on the side. Yeah. So let me see. All right, let me gift you a little bit of that. Oh my God. What? Like, what did she say? Christy, what a bitch. Like, just get off my back. Like, get off my back. It was my stuff and I created it. Okay? Like, for real, seriously, just stop. Okay. I have to get back out of character, back into my own Sarah. Okay. All right. So I also have Harold. He's an old Jewish guy and he's phenomenal. I love Harold. Maybe I'll do him. You know, I've been asked if I was Jewish my entire life, which is, what's interesting is I have always felt an affinity to Judaism, and yet I've never had confirmation that I am Jewish, but I've been asked, especially when I worked in Palm Beach years ago, I was asked, you know, are you Jewish, all the time? And I'm like, well, why? Well, you look Jewish. I'm like, how can you look Jewish, right? It's a religion. But I was always honored because there's this intense tie, and it must have been past lives, or maybe it is, you know, in my heritage, in my genes, going way back. So there's this love for Judaism. So if any of you guys are Jewish, I feel like I am your sister. And I don't know how to explain it. It's one of those things where you just know that there's been a past life. You just know that you have been in the homeland. I have definitely been in the homeland. My people. Okay. So anyway, Harold's like Harold is a personification of that which I know to be true, that which I know I am, and Harold's amazing. Okay. All right, let's get, oh wow, Two of Cups just flipped out. Let's get a card now for the masculine. Just advice for the masculine, please. Show me clearly. Advice for the masculine. Perfect, thank you. Ace of Cups. All right, guys, I'm going to have to run here in just a minute, but Ace of Cups, brand new beginning in love. So the masculines are focused on the heart space, and the masculines are focused on this love. They're focused on you, and they're focused on getting this off the ground and bringing all of these feelings. They're so in their heart space. They're so in their feels right now. They're overflowing with love for the feminine. So I'm going to leave us on that note. I do have to run now. I didn't realize what time it was. Have a beautiful day. I'll see you guys soon, and please keep tuning in. Thank you. God bless.